In politics, when someone demands a debate, it's usually because they're losing. And with Trump, he wants you to think he's ready to go, that he's ready to debate. But he's not. He's old and he's insane. And every day it's another conspiracy. The media, the judges, the prosecutors, and the latest, the air conditioning.
So we have another day of court in a freezing courthouse. It's very cold in there, on purpose, I believe. They don't seem to be able to get the temperature up. It shouldn't be that complicated.
Trump is like that old man who needs a blanket and a hat and is always complaining that it's too cold. But no one else in the courtroom is complaining because no one else in the courtroom is an octogenarian sociopath. And look, I'm not knocking old people. I have a mirror. I get it. But if you're going to be that a-hole, you know, the one who's mean and constantly degrading people, well, someone's going to loosen the wheels on your walker.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Even Fox News is noticing Trump's decline, and that makes them uncomfortable.
We're going to have a replay of what we saw in 2020, and there's a lot of concerns, actually, that I've seen now recently with Donald Trump on the stuff.
You cannot compare the two.
Absolutely, we can. You know, tonight he said he won New Hampshire in the general election. He lost it to Hillary Clinton. Lost it to Joe Biden by 7 points.
You
right?
cannot compare the two.
Haley, he mixed up Nikki Haley. He mixed up Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi for minutes on end in his speech and came back to it. So there are a lot of verbal miscues. There's a lot of gaps.
And we knew the second that Donald Trump became the presumptive nominee, you guys would flip it and try to press age upon President Trump. But the problem is 2/3 of the American people say Biden is too old. He doesn't have mental acuity. And it's the exact converse when it comes to President Trump.
Just this week it was reported that an illegal and you just look at the...
Trump will say he wants to debate, but what he really wants to do is what he does best. Bloviate any nonsensical thought that floats through his head. And these days, they're a voluminous collection of dementia, paranoia, and anger.
It's sick. I will protect the content that is pro-God. We're going to protect pro-God context and content. To that end, at the request of the NRB, I will do my part to protect AM radio in our cars. You know, we like to listen to AM radio. Used to be that was a wonderful thing. Today you take heat. We'll turn that around. Just like I said years ago, we're going to turn Christmas around. Remember, the department stores they refused to use the word Christmas. Yep. They wouldn't say Merry Christmas. They'd say Happy New Year. They'd have red. They'd have everything perfect. I said, where's Christmas? And by the time we finished, they all had Christmas.
So it looks like the debates back in 2020 will be the same as the ones in 2024, except that Trump's brain won't be attending. While Biden is balancing Ukraine, Gaza, China, and the roaring U.S. economy, Trump's been back at Mar-a-Lago with a Salvadoran maid cutting his food and changing his diapers.
But what they don't understand is that I am willing to go to jail if that's what it takes.
I mean, if Trump were your guy, do you really want to chance him on stage when his brain starts to wander? I think that when Trump's polling was strong during the high inflation numbers, Trump wanted nothing to do with debating. But now, Biden is kicking ass, and Trump is mired in his trials, praying that the Supreme Court will give him immunity. But that's not likely, even with these humps. Trump is saying, I'm ready to go, except that I'm in court and I can't, and there's a good chance it'll run all summer.
I want to start by wishing my wife, Melania, a very happy birthday. It'd be nice to be with her, but I'm in a courthouse for a rigged trial.
In the past, Trump bullied his way through debates, pounding the GOP collection of incels with name-calling and never addressing the issues because, well, as his Wharton professor said, he was the dumbest goddamn student I ever had. And that's the problem with these debates. At best, Trump was simply stupid, but now his deteriorating cognitive abilities make him appear almost childlike, unable to train a thought anywhere near the questions directed his way. So he will do what he does best, act like an oafish monkey stool, making no sense and fumbling his thoughts around like a lottery machine. You see, Trump has no handlers. I mean, no one that could handle him. It would be like trying to herd feral cats with a broom. But people are noticing that he's not the same guy he was 4 years ago, much less 8.
You say you would order the Defense Department to use special forces to inflict maximum damage
I didn't say
on
that.
cartels.
People said I said that. Why would I say that? I didn't say that. Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces to inflict maximum damage.
Okay, what would you do?
I didn't say that.
What would you do?
I wouldn't tell you what I do. Why would I say that? Because I said, is there some kind of a test, an acuity test? And he said there actually is, and he named it, whatever it might be. And it was 30 or 35 questions. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Trump stays in court now when he's not freezing.
It's supposed to be 70 degrees today. It's freezing here. Speaking of global warming, we need some global warming.
And now his days in court are filled with his wandering mind, his head nodding off, and of course this. My apologies. Whew, can someone light a match?
I am the least racist person. I can't even see the audience because it's so dark. But I don't care who's in the audience. I'm the least racist person in this room.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history. He pours fuel on every single racist fire. Every single one. Started off his campaign coming down the escalator saying he's going to get rid of those Mexican rapists. He's banned Muslims because they're Muslim.
Trump loves to claim he's not a bigot. And if you're a white billionaire or a Saudi prince or a Russian oligarch, well, he's right. He just hates everyone else. But I can actually understand Biden not wanting to debate him. I mean, Trump doesn't follow the rules. And the truth is, almost every issue right now favors Biden. Joe's economy is soaring, and all of the metrics are in his favor. GDP over 4%, Trump never exceeded 3%, and while the rest of the world still has double-digit inflation, it's headed down in the U.S., as is unemployment for minorities and everyone else. Biden is killing it. A debate with Trump is like going to see a professional wrestler at a spelling bee. Trump will stalk around the stage, trying his best to look tough, but instead he'll come off like an overturned clothes hamper, smelly and disheveled. And I guarantee you, he has no idea about the issues, much less how many people are in the House and Senate, or what the Fourth Amendment is, or even the last time he had a bowel movement. It's 535, by the way. The number of members in Congress. I mean, not his last poop. The history of debates in this country is long and colorful, from Lincoln Douglas to Kennedy Nixon to Reagan Carter. And often these debates took place under extraordinary times, such as the Civil War and the emerging Soviet threat. But the participants, spirited as they were never like Trump. Trump is to a thoughtful exchange of ideas what Melania is to compassion and grace. But these are the times, and we'll have to maneuver our way through them. Of course, Trump will use the debates, if he shows up or if he can find the place, to push as many conspiracies about stolen elections and the deep state. And when Trump says anytime, anywhere,
Will you shut up, man?
he could be talking about the debates or the oncoming effects of his afternoon laxative. Either way, I'll be in the back of the room, turning up the AC.
Who's with me?
Hi, what's up?
Time to pack it up.
This isn't their Republican Party anymore. Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
Thank you so much for watching. YouTube frequently penalizes my videos for taking on controversial subjects, hurting our ability to earn ad revenue, which we use to hire more hosts and make more videos. We think it's so important to make these videos now and expose a Republican cult. So please join us on Patreon. The link is in the comments. We literally can't make these without you. Thank you so much. For Really American Media,
I think he's crazy. I honestly think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.